My boys, the Dreamboats, are back in town. And they're here for a lot of reasons. One is I'm paying them big time to be on the show. And the other is on April 29th, they're going to be at the Living Arts Center in Mississauga. And also, just added, I think, May 4th in Burlington.
May 3rd.
May 3rd at the Performing Arts Center. So the boys are here. Richie and Johnny, and we'll get to talk to them in a couple of minutes, but I want to play you this first. They are soul men, Sam and Dave, the 60s at 6, and I'm welcoming in my second favorite band in the entire world is the Dreamboats. Robbie Lane and the Disciples has to be number one, otherwise I'm in big trouble. But the Dreamboats are here, and Johnny and Richie, welcome back.
Hey, Robbie. So nice to be here.
Thanks for having us, Robbie.
No problem. And you guys are in town for a number of reasons. One, to reconnect with family a little bit. Tell the people where you've been.
Well, back in January, we made a bit of a bold move, I guess you can say. We decided to move down to California because a bunch of shows were getting canceled up here. So we moved down to California on a bit of a whim, drove down in 2 vehicles, and we've been there for the last 2 months.
Wow.
We're in town because we have to just reset to a new visa. So we're in town only for a few days. It's great to be home, but yeah, we're out in California, out in the desert, just living, and it's a totally different world. But, you know, we just, it's nice being home too.
So you're getting lots of gigs down in California?
The gigs are coming in. Usually, we started off with a nice run. We're definitely booking more into the following months, but it's been steady. It's been good. We've been, keeping the roof above our heads, and it's been fun. So the gigs have been nice.
Now, are all 4 of you up here now, or just you 2?
We're all 4 of us are up here.
Yeah,
right
so
now.
Everybody's seeing family. And are any of the guys married, the other 2 guys?
Not married per se. I mean, we all are in different situations, and some people have
situations.
Family. Yes. But yes, it's nice to be home, nice to see family and friends. It's been 2 months to the day, since we came back. So yeah, it's very weird. The first time we're missing a winter, I guess you could say.
Oh, you're not missing anything.
Dodging.
Dodging.
Yeah. So, as I mentioned at the top of the show, you're doing April 29th at the Living Arts Center in Mississauga, then May the 3rd in Burlington at the Performing Arts Center. And tell us a little bit about that. Are tickets on sale? What's going on with that?
Tickets just went on sale at the end of February for our Living Arts Center, a gig on April 29th. We're playing Hammerson Hall, the awesome venue in Mississauga, and it's a dream come true for us.
And then Burlington.
And Burlington as well. Burlington, the tickets are almost sold out. It's going to be a full house.
Wow.
That was a postponed COVID gig.
Yeah.
So that one's happening. But the Living Arts Center, I mean, that's a dream come true for us. That's our hometown theater. We've always wanted to play there. So that's a big one.
Well, I'm glad you're here, and I've got kind of a special song to kick off the next set. It's the Hippie Hippie Shake, which you guys did. I don't know whether you still do. Do you?
It's in the back pocket.
It's in the back pocket. Okay. And it conjures up for me seeing the Dreamboats live every time I hear this song. So we're going to play it, and then I'm going to ask you to tell me the story of something kind of special that happened due to this song. And we'll do that right after this. Zoomer Radio, the original greatest hits, and the Swingin' Blue Jeans on the 60s at 6 and the Hippie Hippie Shake. And Johnny and Richie, Johnny and Chris, Johnny and Richie are a couple of, they actually use different names depending on what province they're in due to restraining orders.
Pretty much.
From the Dreamboats, they're here. And the Hippie Hippie Shake always reminds me of you guys. But when you went down to Southern California, not this time, but the time before, maybe the time before that, you met somebody who had a lot to do with that song.
We did. It's funny you mentioned that. Before we went to California for the first time, I was looking up who wrote the song Hippie Hippie Shake. It was a man named Chan Romero. And I was scrolling through his Wikipedia page, and at the bottom, it said about his personal life, and it said that he lives in Palm Springs, California,
Wow.
which is exactly where we were going. So, we reached out, we sent emails, we reached out on his Facebook page. Nothing. The idea was that we wanted to meet Chan.
Yeah.
And the night before our big show in Palm Desert, a big outdoor amphitheater, we got an email and it was written in all capital letters. And it said, "Hi, I'm Chan. can I play with you tomorrow?
Oh my God.
And we were like, and he left a number. So I called, I was nervous, and we were all hanging around the phone, and I called, and he's like, hello? I'm like, is this Chan? Yep, this is Chan. He's like, I'd love to meet you boys and play with you tomorrow. So long story short, we set up for our show. He was in the back. We didn't even meet him. We were on stage, and all of a sudden he came to the side, and I'm like, that's Chan. And he came up on stage. He's an older guy, he was kind of brought up on stage, and we met him for the first time in front of about 2,000 people in Palm Desert, California.
Wow.
He came up, Richie, you handed him the guitar.
And I bowed to one knee. And presented the guitar to him.
Yeah. And he was like, well, boys, we're going to cut it cold. And we were like, let's do it. And he just went into for goodness sake.
Wow.
And we played with him, and it was a dream come true. It was one of those moments,
Yeah.
like meeting you.
Well, I saw the photos on your Facebook page of you and Chan, and you guys kind of connected more after the show rather than because you hadn't really met him before the show. So it's pretty amazing. I want to play a song, though, that you guys recorded many years ago. The personnel in the band has changed since this song was recorded, but we play it a lot here on Zoomer Radio, and we love it. It's a cover of the Beatles, and these boys, to me, are like the next Beatles. I've been saying that for 52 years, but kidding. They are really spectacular. If you want to go and see them, Living Arts Center, Mississauga, Burlington Performing Arts Center, May the 3rd, April 29th, Mississauga, May the 3rd in Burlington. This is the Dreamboats.
Back again. That boy isn't good for you, though he may want you to. If this boy wants you back again. Oh, and this boy would be happy just to love you, but oh my, that boy won't be happy until he sees you cry. This boy wouldn't mind the pain, would always feel the same if this boy gets you back again. This boy, this boy, this boy.
Dreamboats right there in their cover of This Boy, and they recorded that back in 2017, which is 5 years ago, which, here, they're so young. They must have been like in daycare when you recorded that song. But it sounds really good, and they're with me through the whole hour here on the 60s at 6. We have to keep Johnny back a bit because he wants to take over the show. But as I mentioned, I always thought of the Dreamboats as the next Beatles, so we got a Beatles song to kick off the next set.